Welcome back to the Vuvuzela. Today we're at the beautiful Marigold restaurant in Ballito, and our guest today is going to be chatting to us is Mel from Beachfront Apartments. How are you doing, Mel?
I'm doing well, thank you, Mandy, and thank you for inviting me.
Absolute pleasure. Mel, you've got quite a history of different sort of businesses, from finance to being a farmer's wife. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, sort of, I think over time you evolve. I got married and moved to the farm. I needed to find something to do. I started a small chicken business at the time, and then of course the children came along and we stopped that for a while and joined the schools and helped with their school marketing. And then basically one thing led to the next. I started a little shop, a health shop for my sons, and learned about customer service, and just each stage brought out a new thing. And then eventually, of course, the kids were big enough and they were off out of school and going to varsity, and I had a bit of an empty nest syndrome. I thought, okay, now what? I also do my husband's books, so that keeps me busy. But I just needed something else and a new challenge. And we bought a property in Ballito and thought, okay, this is great. We'll do a little investment and see how it goes down the line. Thinking long term as well, that we might move to Ballito. But started off with this investment property, and that's really where it all started.
And that's where Beachfront Apartments came from?
That's where it came from. It was just a once-off investment property. I had gone to visit my daughter down in Cape Town and had stayed in an Airbnb and looked around. I thought, you know what, I can do this. This is actually perfect for me. So I started with Airbnb with the one property and welcomed my first guests who keep coming back and back. So that's been great. I love it. I enjoy the interaction with my guests. Like doing little special treats for them. They're celebrating anniversaries, or actually I had somebody who did a proposal at my apartment, so that was wonderful. So yeah, just nice to have them coming back and build up that rapport over time. And it's just doing the extra special stuff. And also people like to stay with people they know that they've met before and it's familiar to them, and also dealing with the owner. I think it makes it much more appealing to, they speak to me, I deal with everything personally. It's not just removed from, you know, third party doing it.
And then obviously 2020 has thrown us a few curveballs. How has lockdown been for you, and how's your business adapted during this time?
I think lockdown for everybody made us reset the button. We had to relook and decide. At that stage I was looking at purchasing another property, had to rethink timing wise, is it the right move? So it's been a bit of a pause. But saying that, with the two properties I was able to keep going. I was fortunate enough to have business guests come and stay. I had some long-term business people that stayed, so I was fortunate to be able to still have an income during the time. But it definitely did make me rethink, and during that time I did a lot of training, just upskilling, trying to learn more about how to be effective on my own website, learning about SEOs, learning about OTAs and numerous other things as well, but basically learning how to pivot. I also have an awesome host group, which are other owners, and with that we did some webinars and some brainstorming together, and just to see how we could actually get through this time. So it was just really regrouping.
Fantastic. So you've used the time wisely, which will obviously hold you in good stead, because your digital footprint and also networking during this time is also vital. We were chatting before the interview about the demand for self-catering and holiday accommodation, and just how well the local Ballito properties are doing. Tell us a little bit more about your thoughts on that. What
I think self-catering is very appealing. I think you have your own space. I think people are very concerned about, obviously, hygiene. You have your own space to be safe. You know it's clean. You have minimal people you come in contact with, and especially people now who maybe are who have an underlying condition, are now desperate to get out. They've been locked up for 6 months. Maybe an elderly grandmother would love to be at the beach, but they're too scared to go somewhere that they might be putting them at risk. So self-catering apartments, I think, have a little niche as far as that goes. We can set it all up for you, what you need, and you basically have your own space like you would at home. Going forward, I think we are looking at I think we're looking at a bumper season coming up. I think people are not able to travel outside the country. I think Ballito will be very popular in choice. I think a lot of people would like to be able to be on the beach with their children, to have some sort of normality of being able to, I think, just to forget, really. They need a space, they need a change of scenery. They want to escape the same four walls they've been in for the last 6 months. I think a lot of people just want to really relax and sort of really in some ways just forget about what's taken place and reset the button next year kind of thing.
Mel, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you today. Thank you so much once again for joining us on the Vuvuzela. And to our viewers out there, if you're looking for accommodation, especially self-catering accommodation in Ballito, make sure that you get in touch with Mel. We will be sharing her social media links as well as her website links with you after this interview. Till next time.